Alright, morning everyone. Welcome back to my live broadcast. Today is 4th November 2020, Wednesday today, right? Okay, so give me a moment. Let me change the slides a bit. Okay. So about today, what are we going to talk about today? So firstly, the US general election, right? It has sent the stock market into upheavals. So we see last night very forceful rebound last night, and also recent past two trading days for the US market, forceful rebound, and also for our Southeast Asia markets also follow, right? And later we're going to talk about this general election a bit, and also the recent market performance a bit. And then the second important news is about the Ant Group, the IPO suspended, right? So previously we talked about this IPO for Ant Group, right? But now the Chinese government has already suspended the IPO, and later we will talk about this suspension and also the influence on Alibaba. Okay, Alibaba, because recently I also talked about Alibaba, right? And yeah, later we will talk about that. And then for US market, you see recently the automobile sector is very strong, so NIO is the superstar here. And I also have talked about NIO in my recent videos, right? If you remember, later we also will check about the details about NIO and several other automobile innovator stocks for US market. And then for our Singapore market, we're going to talk about the banks, DBS, UOB and OCBC, right? Because we see forceful rebound recent 2 days. So somebody's thinking, well, is it a bottom catch opportunity now? Can we do bottom catch, right? Later we talk. Okay, so the second part will be about your innovative stock diagnosis, and I already mentioned Monday, right? So if you want to diagnose your innovative stocks, you need to WhatsApp me privately your stock name or ticker, and if you want me to give you more detailed advice, better let me know your cost price, or maybe you have bought or not, whether or not you have bought. If you have bought, tell me your cost price. If you haven't, maybe you can tell me you're looking to buy or something. So the more details you give me, the more detailed advice I can give you. Okay, because this is something private. One of the reason why I tell you to WhatsApp me privately is because for some investors, they don't want others know their stocks, what stocks they're trading, and the state of their tradings, right? So that's why I think you WhatsApp me privately. That would be a better way for you to keep your privacy, right? Okay, so before we begin, I still need to remind you that all the stocks mentioned in the video are for the purpose of demonstration and education, not recommendation. Investors should be aware of the risks involved in stock trading and take full responsibilities for their own tradings. Okay, so firstly, let's check the latest status quo for the US general election here, right? So this is the latest result. Okay, latest result is for Biden, the vote it got 119, and for Trump that's 92. So now Trump is slightly fall behind, right? And who we are focusing on 220, right? So who will be the first to get more than 220 votes, then that will be the winner, right? And up until now, still we're not sure whether or not the results can come out. Let's say today or maybe recently, whether or not we can have the final result. It's not clear yet. Maybe we wait for several days, the result will come out. Maybe we need to wait for a longer time. Currently, still too early to come jump into any conclusion now. And maybe tomorrow, let's check the latest status quo tomorrow to see what more important information we can get about the final result of the U.S. general election. But what the market has responded to the general election is forceful rebound, right? So how do we interpret the forceful rebound for the U.S. market? Firstly, we can check Nasdaq. Okay, so for Nasdaq, oh sorry, I already downloaded data, right? This is 3rd November. Check the date. The latest is 3rd November. That's last night. So for Nasdaq, if we check from the perspective of technical analysis, of course, the price gets support at the blue line of homely rainbow, right? So Monday session, Monday video, I mentioned the support level, this range of the blue lines of homely rainbow. So this is strong support. So we see recently price already touched the support level, then rebound. This is we can interpret from the angle of technical analysis. From, let's say, the fundamental analysis, it will be a bit complicated. Maybe people up until now, people feel optimistic about a faster result that would come out for the U.S. general election, right? People now, maybe many investors are thinking we can get a result, a decisive result very soon. Maybe that's why now the price gave us rebound. But don't forget, everything is not certain now. So everything might happen now about the U.S. general election. No one knows for sure when we can get the final result, and that's from the perspective of fundamentals. So we still have great uncertainty here. And from the perspective of technical analysis, we also have the yellow lines as very strong resistance here, right? So it's very close to the high price of last night. Last night for Nasdaq, the high price is 11,213. The last yellow line of homely rainbow, that's around 11,250. So it's very close. So the price touched the resistance levels around the yellow lines, strong resistance. And then if later we have maybe by the news about the U.S. general election, maybe the result would delay longer time, then people might be frustrated. Then faced with the resistance here, higher probability the price might turn downward again, right? So now we still have to keep a close eye on the results and also the resistance levels here, around here. And one thing is for sure, the U.S. market will be quite volatile before the results come out for the U.S. general election. That's for sure. It would be quite volatile. Touch the resistance levels might drop. Touch the support might turn upward. So for such kind of volatile market, it will be extremely difficult to trade, right? But for stock investments, especially the U.S. market, it never lacks opportunities. The individual stocks still a lot quite bullish, right? So quite we can catch some handsome profit even under and the current uncertain situation, right? So later we talk about the individual stocks. But firstly, let's finish the indexes first. So Nasdaq, then SP 500. Yeah, SP 500, the rebound recent 2 days even more forceful than Nasdaq. And also we see last night the high price already touched the yellow line of homely rainbow strong resistance here. That's why last night it used to rise to a very high level but drop because very strong resistance around the yellow lines of homely rainbow. So this is for S&P 500, and then for Dow Jones, the rebound is even more forceful than Nasdaq and S&P 500, and it's easy to understand. It's understandable because previously the drop here for Dow Jones is the biggest among the three indexes. So of course, if there is a rebound, the rebound can also be a more stronger, more forceful than the rest two indexes, right? But also we see the price very close to the yellow lines already, right? So resistance above. So U.S. market, generally speaking, might be quite volatile in near future, and then influenced by the U.S. market performance for our STI, especially yesterday, because yesterday I didn't give you video because it was my off day yesterday, right? But yesterday for our STI, that's very forceful rally, more than 50 points of rally, right? But we see after the forceful rally yesterday, the price already very close to the yellow lines also. And if we check the latest performance for Singapore market today, just now I was checking, the rebound was not that forceful because when I was checking it was not that forceful, but now the rally already reached already more than 20 points rise now, right? And now the price is around 2,516. 2,516. Yeah, it's around the, you see, this is 2,515. Can you see the white figure here? I put the cursor on the first yellow line of homely rainbow. That's 2,517, right? So means up until now, our STI, the rebound already reached the first yellow line of homely rainbow. This also is supposed to be very strong resistance. So if in near future U.S. market faced with resistance and bad news about the results of the U.S. general election, then turn downward again, right? Then our STI also might possibly would turn downward again. Yellow lines of homely rainbow, strong resistance here. And above, we also have the blue lines as very strong resistance. Generally speaking, we can see this is a forceful rebound for Singapore market, but no one can say that, well, this is a beginning of a big medium-term to long-term reversal. No one can say that now. Okay, and because of the index forceful rally here, right? Forceful rebound here, sorry. We can imagine that for the banks, Singapore banks, also very forceful rebounds recent 2 days, right? So if we check, for example, DBS. So what we see is DBS last Friday begin to rebound, stop dropping further, and then yesterday forceful rebound here, big rise, but you see already touched the white line of homely rainbow. That's why we see today for DBS the price a drop a bit, until now, right? Because this is the last white line of homely rainbow. It's not easy for the price to break up the white line, the first white line of homely rainbow. This is the first one, this is the last one, right? Okay, so very strong resistance, and it's understandable that the price for DBS dropped today. And then people are thinking, well, can we buy, right? I think for bottom catch, right? So you already missed the best timing for bottom catch for short term, because the last 2 days rebound already very big rebound. So you see, yesterday that's forceful, roughly 4% of rally, and then the day before that's roughly 1.38, so 5% for DBS. That's already very forceful rise for short term. And you want to do bottom catch now? It's too late to do the bottom catch. And then if you really want to trade banks like DBS, OCBC, and UOB, I mentioned the best strategy would be you buy and hold them for medium term to long term in bullish markets. When the market is quite bullish, you do that, your profit will be maximized. But if the general market situation is bearish or quite volatile, sideways, no direction, then for these banks, it will be very tricky. Some short-term speculation, which will be quite tricky. For medium-term to long-term, you want to buy and hold, no chance to make profit. No chance to make profit. Maybe you can get some dividend, but sometimes if the drop is too big, your dividend will be gone totally, right? Okay, so this is for banks. If you want to do bottom catch now, I told you too late. So you need to wait, because this is strong resistance here, faced with the white line of homely rainbow. So if it drop, that's possibly would happen in near future, a drop, then after some correction, maybe we can still keep monitoring. And the safest timing to consider would be finally the price can really stand above the first white line of homely rainbow. Yeah, but I think that we have to wait until our STI really turn to bullish again. But for now, we don't have such sign that the STI already turned quite bullish for medium term to long term. Now it's just a forceful rebound, right? Okay, so this is for DBS. Then for UOB, today also quite forceful rebound. That's because for UOB, it's still quite far away from the white lines of homely rainbows. It still has some rising space here, right? Because the resistance is slightly far away from the current price. That's why we see today DBS it drop a bit, but for UOB still quite forceful rebound. Now it's already around 1.75% of a rally now, right? For banks, that's already big rise. And still it's the same problem. This kind of bottom catch is not suitable, especially for beginners, because bottom catch is very tricky. If you check the indicators, now the price already touched the white circle of the red circle, right? The white circle is strong resistance for current price. So it's not that easy for UOB to just break up the white circle and continue going up. Resistance here. And last 3 days, this is already a very forceful rally. It's not bottom catch. And for normal right side trading, no buy points. I'm supposing that you know the difference between left side trading and right side trading, right? If you are curious, you don't know about this, maybe you can talk to me privately after the live broadcast. Left side trading, right side trading. Okay? And yeah, so now it's not the timing, it's not a good timing to consider right side trading, normal buy low, sell high for short term, maybe for medium term to long term trading. For medium term to long term, I mentioned it's too early. For short term, it's not the best timing. And then for UOB, you will see the same. UOB similar pattern as OCBC similar pattern as UOB, and we see for OCBC it's even a bit weaker than UOB because now it's still below the blue line of homely rainbow. Blue line is acting as the resistance, and also the white circle here in future also would be resistance when the price touch. So it's even weaker than UOB. So it's the same situation. Medium term to long term, too early to say. Short term, not the best timing. Okay, so that's for the Singapore banks. And then for the US market, right? So for the US market, Alibaba, big drop, more than 8%. And why? That's because of the Ant Group IPO suspension I mentioned, right? So the Chinese government has suspended the Ant Group IPO in Shanghai Exchange, and also the IPO in Hong Kong Exchange, which previously planned as 5th November, right? Also will be suspended because the Shanghai one suspended, the other one naturally would also be suspended. So, but this suspension doesn't mean that the IPO would never come out in future. Maybe after the suspension, after some censorship by the China government, maybe in the end, the IPO would finally be launched, right, in future. But now we don't know. We're not sure when that would be. We still need to follow the news closely. But what I want to talk about is for Alibaba, because Monday video I mentioned about Alibaba, I said that the Double 11 shopping festival, right? Shopping festival in China, right? So Alibaba and JD.com might be benefited, and but I said this first recycle is not a confirmed buy point. We never get confirmation after the first recycle, right? So that's why we never buy. So if we never buy, we never have to suffer from the sudden downward big gap here, because we before the news come out, we don't know, we don't know that it will be suspended. The IPO of the Ant Group will be suspended, right? But even if we don't know the news, we cannot predict the news. We follow the trading system here. We still can avoid the sudden, unexpected drops, big drops here, right? So that's the beauty of following an effective trading system. Okay, so then this is for Alibaba. Then for JD.com, we see up until now we also still haven't yet get confirmation, because the first recycle is here, right? First recycle is here. After that, the high price is here, right? The close price never really stand above the high price of the first recycle candle here. So until now, the buy point for short-term trading for JD.com also not yet been confirmed. In near future, maybe we still have chance for this JD.com, because Alibaba big drop. That's because of the Ant Group, but JD.com would not be influenced by by this news, right? So maybe in near future, this one still can keep monitoring for JD.com, and then the other thing about the U.S. market is the automobile sector and NIO, right? So in my recent videos, I also mentioned about NIO. That's the first rate cycle, right? I mentioned NIO when it's the first rate cycle. The following day, no confirmation, but the third day, market open and keep going up all the time. So this day is the day you can buy in. So some small tips for uh, for your timing to buy, right? So for this kind of situation, when you see the market open around the high price of the first cycle and then keep going up, you can buy earlier. No need to wait until the market about to close to buy, right? Because that will be already a bit high, right? So when you see it's quite a strong, open around the high price of the first cycle candle, then keep going up, you buy earlier this day, and then after you buy, you keep holding until now. Okay, until now. So this is a very successful buy point here, and if you have followed the trading system, you can catch this NIO opportunity here. Okay, so also you see we can catch the opportunity. That's because we follow the effective trading system, the rules we follow from the very beginning. Big boys take full control, and then first recycle, and then confirm the buy points, keep holding until now. So making profit can be as easy as this, like this. It's not really that complicated as you have imagined. Okay, so then when I was talking about NIO in my recent videos, I also talk about the other automobile makers because the same sector, right? And then for new, right? For new, it's still because NIU this also is a China automobile maker, because for short term it's still Y circle, right? So based on the trading system here, we don't yet have effective short term buy point here. Still can keep monitoring, okay? Can keep monitoring for new, and then for Li Auto. Okay, so you see Li Auto first recycle. Following day, no confirmation. Third day, confirmation directly when the market open, because there's a small upward gap. So you will be able to buy in earlier on 2nd November. After that, wow, recent 2 days that keep soaring up, right? And for this one, I mentioned about Tai Chi signal. Do we have? Yeah, I mentioned about Tai Chi signal, right? But you see, on 2nd November that day, price already break up the high of the previous yellow Tai Chi signal. And in future, if the price should drop, let's say tonight or in near future, and the price, if it drop to touch this level again, this will be a support, strong support. And also, you see, interestingly, this level is the half of this long bullish candle. I mentioned many times about long bullish candles and bearish candles. The half level will be very strong support or resistance. So, based on this candle half level, and also the high price of the yellow Tai Chi signal is the same level, right? This will be very strong support. Means what? If you want to set your stop loss, right? This can be your stop loss level. If you have bought, right? You have bought, then this will be your stop loss level. Around $22.38. If the price drop below you can consider to stop loss first for short-term trading. And your stop loss you can set slightly lower than $22.38, maybe $22.37, 36, or 35, all can, right? Yeah, so this is about Li Auto. And then the other one is Xpeng. Yeah, for Xpeng it's slightly weaker because for this one the big boys now is still around 25%, but you see for the other several, the big boys around 75%, quite bullish, and this one is still around the bottom area here. You see this is a very big sideways platform here, and now it seems like the price is trying to break up. Okay, so for this one, the pattern here, actually it is kind of beautiful because you see the first recircle the following day, the big boys increased to be more than 50%. The pattern here is beautiful, but I mentioned for this one, we have the previous blue Tai Chi signal, blue Tai Chi signal here. This will be still very strong resistance. So now the price is already above the bottom of the previous blue Tai Chi signal, and the top of the signal here would be a strong resistance in near future. If the rally touch the level, there might be resistance. Okay, and if you want to catch bigger opportunities, or you want to make profit in a more safer way, maybe you wait after maybe some correction, then in future find another chance to buy. If the big boys can we say remain around 50%, no retailer in future, you can consider again. For this time it's tricky. This time the trading here would be tricky because we know above resistance very strong, and also based on the first recircle, because it has very long upper shadow here, right? If we wait for the confirmation, the close price above the high of the first recircle candle here, it's already quite high for short term, so it will be a bit tricky to trade for Xpeng. If sometimes you feel that the uncertainty is too big, you cannot control it, then you better give it up. Maybe in future it will give you big profit, but if I cannot control it, I cannot predict it, so I will give up. I will give up the profit to avoid potential big risks. I only catch the opportunities which I have control. If you follow this principle, you will always avoid losing big amounts, and you will always make money, and if you're lucky, great amount. Okay, so this is about today's sharing, and now it's the time for your individual stock diagnosis. So let me check my WhatsApp. Do we have stocks to diagnose? So anyone sent me, let me check who has sent me stocks to diagnose. Okay, so there is one friend who wants to check SunPower. Yeah, okay, because SunPower I have mentioned in my previous videos, right? In my last video, I suppose, 5GD. I said if you want to diagnose your individual stocks, you need to WhatsApp me privately, right? Now I got several people WhatsApp me already, so I will diagnose their stocks. Okay, so SunPower, right? Let's check. For SunPower, we see the first recircle, that's end of last month, right? 30th October. And after that, we see the following day, it is a confirmed buy point But after that, we see the price is still sideways there. So if you have bought based on the trading principles here, right? So you can keep monitoring, because now the price just sideways. Maybe in future it can go up, because risiko, this is a confirmed buy point for short term. Higher probability price can go upward. And now we see the big boys around more than 25%. So in near future, if big boys begin to increase again, then the price would begin to go up again. Okay, for SunPower. So this one still can keep monitoring. Okay, let me check the end of day 5GD. Yeah, okay. Previously, the Tai Chi signal, you see, the Tai Chi signal here is still some sort of resistance. So that's why we see recent 3 days, including today, right? The price is still lingering around the level, because that's the level of the previous, the high price of the previous yellow Tai Chi signal here, right? But once the price can break up, I believe there would be possibly a rally in future. This is for SunPower, right? Okay, so what's the next one? What's the next one to diagnose? Next one is US stock Tesla. Yeah, just now we didn't, when we talk about the automobile, we didn't talk about Tesla, right? Yeah, I think we can talk about Tesla Tesla bit. Okay, so for Tesla, finally after some sideways here, right? So last night we see first recircle here. Yeah, we see first the recircle here for Tesla last night, and we see the purple line now already drop within the red bar, or the red bar increase to touch the purple line, and retailers decrease further. That's a good sign here. If we have confirmation in near future, of course we can consider again for Tesla, because for Tesla the sideways, the correction here has lasted for a while, ever since the yellow Tai Chi signal here, right? So that's September. Now it's already November. 2 months sideways here. 2 months consolidation. That's considered a significant correction for medium term. Okay, so if in near future the first recircle, the buy point here really is confirmed, then that will be a confirmed short-term buy points. For short-term trading, you follow the indicator. You'll be quite safe and success rate will be high. You can always secure some profits. Most of the times, I mean. Okay, so this is for Tesla. Then maybe let me check one more of your stocks. Singapore one. This is Fraser, right? Fraser. Okay, Fraser. Let me check Fraser. Maybe the end of day first, then we go to the real time. BUOU, right? BUOU. Okay, so for Fraser, what we see is for Fraser, the price touched the white lines of Homely Rainbow. We see the white lines very strong support, right? Very strong support, and after that, the price even dropped below the white lines for 1 day. But after that, the price give us a rebound, and check this candle. This is a blue Tai Chi signal, right? So we say blue Tai Chi is for bottom catch, yellow Tai Chi is for top escape. And this is for yesterday, right? So this is 3rd November, 3rd November yesterday. So yesterday is the Tai Chi signal. So today, if the price above the high price of the Tai Chi signal here, that's regarded a bottom catch by point, right? But this is bottom catch. Bottom catch, you need to remember, always will be risky. And for the veterans with experience, if you're not a veteran with experience, maybe you better not take such kind of bottom catch opportunities. But if you can do it, you have experience, you might be able to catch some forceful, some lucrative profit for bottom catch. For example, for this one, if today the price for me, for let's say for intraday trading, right? If today the price above the high of the the blue Tai Chi signal here, I would consider do some intraday, find the low point buy, and maybe 60-minute chart, right? I check the 60-minute chart. If there's a buy point in the 60-minute chart, I would follow. Then if there's a sell point in the 60-minute chart, I will sell. This is for intraday trading to catch some bottom opportunities, because we have possibility that there would be a rebound in the future, because blue Tai Chi signal, right? This is very effective bottom catch signal, but we also know it's quite risky. Above we have the yellow lines of homely rainbow as strong resistance. So that's why if I really want to trade this one as a experienced investor, for short-term trading, I will choose intraday trading. So check the real-time chart for it today. BUOU, right? BUOU. Oh yeah, you see today is a very forceful rebound today, right? The circle turn red, but this kind of red, if you cannot do the bottom catch, you cannot do the intraday trading or very super short-term trading. First red circle here, you have to wait. This is not a confirmed buy point, right? This is for normal trading. It's not for the speculative, extremely aggressive intraday or super short-term trading, right? But if you can do it, you check the mini chart, I'm sure you will be able to catch the rebound for today. So deviation expert, let me change it. The indicator update. Rainbow, yeah. I will change to the 60-minute chart. Okay, so 60-minute chart, you check. Okay, so in the mini chart, the buy point is yesterday actually. In the 60-minute chart, the buy point is yesterday when the market opened. When the market opened, then we get the first red circle in the 60-minute chart. If you cannot respond so fast, because the Tai Chi signal appeared yesterday, right? It appeared yesterday. Before that, you don't know you have a Tai Chi. If you have missed the buy point here yesterday when market open, maybe you check the 30-minute chart to catch another opportunity. 30-minute chart also, wow, the best entry point is yesterday. But if you see the price drop to the red circle, get support, right? Get support and then go upward again. At the same time, deviation expert tell you money begin to flow in. You check the date, the timing here is today, 9:30, right? 9:30 in the first 30-minute chart after market open today, you will be able to catch it. This is for intraday, right? Because when the price gets support at the red circle and usually the price will go up again because support, right? It will go up again, and you check the money flow. Deviation expert will be quite effective and quite in time. So yeah, today also can do the intraday buy point here to catch the 3.94% of rally until now. That's for super short term trading intraday for aggressive investors. If you're not that type, better not to try. Okay, so I think that's more or less all about today's sharing here, and I'm looking forward to more and more friends join the individual stock diagnosis section. I hope that more and more people can WhatsApp me, right? WhatsApp me and your stocks, your individual stocks, so that I can help more and more people diagnose your stocks, give you uh, advices, okay? And in the end, also don't forget follow me on my Facebook public page. The name is called Trade with Homely Charts. You can just search at Homely Emily on your Facebook. Then you will get my homepage here. You can like it, you can follow it, and also most importantly, don't forget your thumb ups if you like the video, and also don't forget to share my video with your friends. Okay, so your support will be my biggest encouragement. Okay, so looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.